doing as you get prepared for your BECE. We pray that this corona issue will soon be off and you'll be able to write your exams. But you have to plan so that you don't fail. And that's one of the reasons we are continuing with our revision. Today we are going to focus on environment. We are going to take the definition, state types of environment, but basically today we will focus on the social environment. But before that, in our previous lesson, we discussed what social studies is. We mentioned the objectives of social studies and also state some of the importance of social studies. On today's topic, environment. What is environment? The environment is the surrounding. In the layman language, it is just where man lives and does his other activities. There are two types of environment. We have the physical environment and we have the social environment. The physical environment is just how the influence of other things around man, such as rivers, the trees, the plants, all things about nature. Some are natural, while some are man-made. But like I earlier said, today we are going to focus on the social environment. What is the social environment? The social environment literally means how man interact, the interaction of man in the society or in his society. The music we play, the people we live with, the pattern of our life, and others make up the social environment. And there are some social patterns which, if you are in an environment, you have to follow. Examples are the custom. There are customs, morals, values, religions, forms of greetings, occupation. It can influence how man does his thing in an environment. For instance, in form of greetings. If you are in an environment that is dominated with the Yoruba people, most times when they greet, they kneel down, the women kneel down, while the men go flat on the floor, they prostrate on the floor or on the ground. In also religion, depending on which parts, we know that some type of religion are predominant in some certain parts of the country. For instance, in the northern parts, we get to have most of the Muslim communities, while in the southern parts, we have mostly the Christian communities. So you see, the environment we live influence our social life and how we behave and interact with people. How is it that we have to adapt to our environment? Man have to adapt to his environment so that he will live comfortable in that environment. For instance, in the society, the social environment, there are laws and rules that govern that community. If a man wants to live a peaceful life, if he wants to enjoy his life in the society or in the social environment, he has to abide by these rules. The rules are there to guide the activities of man so that he will not overdo what he is not supposed to. The rules are there to tell man what he can do and what he cannot do. And if you go against any of these rules, you may be fined or you may be imprisoned. So the rules are there to guide the social environment. The environment can influence man, and also man can influence the environment. How can man influence his environment? Man can influence his environment by being hardworking. When he's hardworking, he can contribute to the growth and development of that social environment. Man can also participate in elections, and once he participates and wins the election, he can do something for that social environment so that it will grow very well. For instance, maybe that environment he's living in does not have water. Man that wins the election can decide to provide water by sinking boreholes or even making sure that there is pipe-borne water directly to the taps of their communities. Man can also influence his environment after his education by but from the knowledge he acquired, he can contribute to decision makings in the environment. I hope with these few points you'll be able to state what the social environment is. You'll be able to know how the social environment influences man and how man can even contribute to his social environment. We can also know the patterns of the social environment, which include, like I said, customs, morals, values. In values, what you hold dear is what you value. What you think is worthwhile for you. In a community, what A community will value may differ from what B community will value. But with all this, we should know that our social environment is basically the interaction of people within the society. If you have any challenge, you can get to me through the community forum and I will respond accordingly. Continue to stay safe and read your notes.